Hey everyone, it's Sherry from Hair Sugar. So we decided to do something a little bit different with our hairstylist interviews. We usually post them right there on the website with text and a Q&A format, but we decided to actually do some video interviews with some of them so that you can get to know them and check them out really in depth before you try all these hairstylists out. So the first one that we're going to do with you today is with Tasha Shannon. She works at a hair studio in Smyrna, Georgia, which is suburbs of Atlanta, not too far, maybe 15 minutes outside of the city. But she's my hairstylist, and she's fabulous. She's been doing my hair for about 2 years now, 2 or so years, and she also specializes in natural hair as well as hair extensions. So check her out and let us know what you think. So we're sitting here today with Tasha. We thought it would be great to interview her in person on video because I've been getting so many requests from people on the website asking, more information about her services and everything. So this is Tasha Shannon. She works at Touch Hair Studio in Smyrna, Georgia. So we're just going to ask her a few questions, some questions that a lot of y'all have been sending. So Tasha, tell us how you got started doing hair.
Well, I started doing hair a few years ago at my house. I just, saw different styles and tried it out until I got better and better and better at it. Mm-hmm. And then over time, I just, developed a passion for doing hair. Mm-hmm. And so I met a stylist who let me apprentice up under her, and she taught me how to do different styles and relaxers. Mm-hmm. And then once I finished with that, I branched out on my own and I started to do hair. And I've been doing hair now for about 10 years.
Oh. So you're an experienced vet.
Yeah, but I've been doing weaves for about 3 years now.
Okay, so 3 years. So do you do mostly weaves or natural hairstyles too? What kind of services do you offer for your clients?
Well, I do natural hair as well as weaves. I do quick weaves. Like I have today, I have a quick weave. I also do. Thank you. I also do sew-ins and different type of extensions, but my specialty is weaves. So mostly. I have a high clientele that comes in to get sew-ins mostly.
Mm-hmm. I'm a client too. And she does an excellent job.
Thank you.
So what's your technique to achieve a really natural looking weave? Because a lot of people, nowadays are wearing more weaves and hair extensions and, you can't even tell. So
usually with my sew-ins, I try to braid the hair in a circular motion, which you will see in the videos. I try to braid the hair in a circular motion. That way, when I sew the hair in, even when the wind blows, you only see hair. You don't see so much of the braids. The more natural you want your hair to look, the more hair you can leave out. So if you wanted your hair to look really natural and you want versatility, you can either leave like the crown out and maybe the edges around the side and in the back. Okay. If not, we do offer full sew-ins for clients who have hair issues like alopecia or balding on the sides around the edges, and they still look natural as well.
Oh, okay, so there's some different options there.
Mm-hmm.
What about coloring? Hair coloring services for natural hair or the weave. A lot of people like to wear highlights in their weaves.
Okay.
All of that.
The clients who like to wear color in their weaves, we do different highlights. I just suggest that the clients, call and schedule an appointment ahead of time and know the color that they want, or when they come in, they bring in a picture specifically of what they want so that we'll be on the same page. But most of my clients who are natural, I don't really like to put color into your natural hair because regardless if your hair is natural or relaxed, the color can change the integrity of your hair. So most clients that come in to get color, usually they'll just get color in their hair.
Okay.
In the weave. Yeah, not their natural hair. But I do color natural hair as well as weave.
So how do you blend it if you're coloring and highlighting the weave and then you don't color the natural hair? Does it still blend pretty good?
Yeah, if they don't get that natural hair color, you wouldn't do a full color in your weave. You wouldn't do your weave all one color. But you can get highlights or you can get streaks in your hair so that you won't have too much color. You'll still have that natural color in your weave. Therefore, when you blend your hair over the top of it, since you're not leaving a lot of your hair out, it'll blend in with the weave.
Oh, okay. So that's good. It's really good for the summertime too.
Yeah, a lot of clients come and get color for the summer.
So are you accepting new clients? How do you take referrals only? How do you suggest people get in touch with you to make an appointment?
Well, you can call me at my cell phone number. Pretty sure Cheryl posted on the website. You can call me to contact me to schedule an appointment. I like for my clients to usually call to schedule an appointment. I do take walk-ins, but because I have a high clientele base, I prefer that clients schedule an appointment before. Referrals are always a plus. I always love to have referrals and have new people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
What are your hours, days do you work, and times?
Usually I work Tuesday through Saturday. I'm available on Sundays by appointment only if clients, Sunday and Monday by appointments only if clients, want to come in. But usually Tuesday through Saturday I'm here from like 8 a.m. to about 7 p.m.
Okay.
I'll take later appointments, but again, you have to schedule an appointment if you want to come in at a later time.
Okay. So Tasha, what do you find most important, when it comes to knowing your clients and doing their hair?
Pretty much when I meet a client, I can look at their face and, I ask them a few questions about themselves and see, how they like to wear their hair usually, and then what type of lifestyle that they have. And sometimes, when you're getting your hairstyle, it's always important to frame your hair to your face, regardless if you're wearing it straight, you're wearing it really long, you're wearing it short. You want it to frame your face to give your face that shape and your hair the shape around your face. You don't have to have layers in your hair or anything like that, but it's always important to frame your face. Depending on the type of client that you're dealing with, some people are shorter than others, some people are taller than others. So with the shorter clients, you may not want to put as much hair on their neck, or with the taller clients, they may be able to have longer hairstyles or different type of things like that.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah. So what type of hair do you like to use? I know you've worked with a lot of different, ethnicities of hair. And what type of hair do you like to use for your weaves?
I really like to use the virgin Indian hair. I mean, when you go to the beauty supply store, they sell Indian hair, but the Indian hair that's in the beauty supply store isn't virgin. The Indian hair in the beauty supply store has been processed. So when you're dealing with virgin Indian hair, such as the hair with hair sugar, the hair is pure, so the hair takes color a lot better than the hair in the beauty supply store does. It's easier to straighten the hair out and for the hair to go back to wave if they're wearing it versatile like that. The hair looks more natural, and the integrity of the hair stays longer when you're using the Indian hair. Also, the Indian hair tends to not tangle and shed as much as it would with the hair from the beauty supply store. So I like to use the virgin Indian hair because it lasts longer, it gives you more versatility, and it looks more natural without hair.
Okay. How about Malaysian hair or any other? Do you use that as well?
Yeah, I like to use Malaysian hair. Sometimes, I'll use the Russian hair because it's a little more coarser than the Malaysian hair, but the Malaysian hair is beautiful. I like the Malaysian hair because a lot of clients that wear their hair long, they still want their body and bounce with their hair without their hair being cut. And the Malaysian hair has body in it without cutting it into layers.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
we really
you.
appreciate it, and we look forward to doing more stuff with Tasha, so stay tuned.
Thank you.